Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tony. Here I react to all kinds of music, most importantly, my alt groups, SB19, Got 7, Ace, and B2B. And a bunch more groups that I absolutely have been enjoying the journey with. If you enjoy my videos, then please consider liking the video and also subscribing to my channel, and make sure to turn on those alerts so that way you get notified of whenever I post a video. I also have additional content on my Patreon if you're interested. There are different tiers in Patreon. You can go check it out, where I have different tiers for survival shows versus album listens versus reality variety show content, and also dramas. Each tier will tell you what content is currently available to watch, and also album listens are available for a one-time purchase if you do not want to subscribe to the tier but instead just want to watch a one-off album review, album listen. I hope you guys enjoy my reactions, and other than that, let's get on to the video. Hi everyone, welcome back. So I decided to try to catch up on Josh's stuff that he just released because, you know, it's not an obsession. I'm good. But I did really want to get to the Wish Bus performance of 1999 because I could not skip that. But since I figured that I wanted to get to this, I might as well catch up on his latest vlog. So I'm gonna watch that after the Wish Bus performance of 1999. Super excited because it looks like there's a band, so I'm like interested to hear the arrangement for the Wish Bus performance. But anyways, I'm excited to hop into it. Also, I just want to say, like, I how do I want to say this? I am chronically online. Unfortunately, sometimes I've been taking breaks recently though. I've been taking breaks. I've been like reading books lately. I don't know. I used to be like a huge reader and then I stopped for a while. So I started a new series and it's really good. So I've been in a reading mode, so I haven't been like online as much, but I do see stuff, and unfortunately, I did see all of the things happening on Twitter in particular with the awards, sorry, the Wish Bus Awards, I think it was actually. I think it was the Wish Bus Awards. Um that SB19 were getting because of winning awards. And I just like, firstly, I just want to say, like, I think that, I don't know, I personally don't involve myself in those things because I think it's so draining. Like, I just find like, it just depletes my energy to like involve, to like start fights and like, make comments and stuff like that. So I don't really like to do it. And second, it just continues the fire, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a cycle of like back and forth, and nothing is ever going to be, what's the word? I don't know, like, the argument's never going to come to an end because these people that are talking shit online genuinely, A, have nothing better to do, B, are just so jealous that anything you say to stick up for the artist that you love is going to go in one ear out the other. Like, you genuinely cannot argue with these people. Like, they're just going to continue to come back at you with hate and stupid shit. So I just tend to not involve myself because genuinely, like what could I say to get people to not be like that? Nothing, because people are just going to be like that and I can't control it. We can't control it, you know what I mean? Unfortunately. So sometimes I'll make like a tweet here or there, but I think at the end of the day, especially that guy that initially posted the video specifically about Josh's Get Right song. Like, he's just a clout chaser. Like, genuinely, he literally did it for the likes and the monetization and the views, and he got it, unfortunately. So I just think it's best to just ignore it and move on from it, and just I really love, like, the whole lockdown idea that you guys have, like, that mentality. I wish other fandoms would learn from that because, yeah, like, block, report, and just stream his stuff and, get him more views. I think that's the best way to handle it, like, and just promote more, you know what I mean? Promote more on socials to get people more interested in his music. Like, I honestly think that that's the best way, and that's why I do these reactions too. Like, it's not just for my enjoyment and your enjoyment, but it's also because I'm hoping, subscribers of mine will kind of be interested to check out other videos of mine that they not may not necessarily listen to that artist, or they may not necessarily know who that artist is, but they're just curious, so they check out the reaction and then end up maybe liking, the different groups or the different artists that I'm reacting to. So that's like another reason why I do these reactions. Like, thanks to my Discord, like, you know, we've been sharing like music back and forth, and I've got some people into GOT7, I've got some people into SB19. Um, it's just, I don't know. Sometimes you just have to kill people with kindness, you know what I mean? Like, and I also I saw that I like was on line whenever Josh posted his TikTok. So I saw it right away, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him for clapping back like that. Like, honestly, I thought it was kind of funny, but I think whenever you're being attacked like that, it's easy to react right away rather than take a step back and be like, "No, I shouldn't do that." It's it's really hard. It's really hard not to respond, you know what I mean? Like, because of course you wanna stick up for yourself, and of course, BBQs wanna stick up for Josh, and I totally get it. I 100% understand it. I wish we didn't live in a world in which people, were that miserable and that hateful that they had to, like, spout stuff online, but unfortunately, this is the world in which we live. I just don't get it. Like, everyone has their craft and everyone has their creativeness, and even if it's not our thing, then, just move on with your day. Like, there's definitely some music out there that isn't to my taste. I'm not a fan of country music, honestly, but I don't spout hatred about it. Like, I don't know, like, I just people just have too much time on their hands. And quite frankly, I don't know how they have the time to do it because I don't know. I just don't know how they have the time to do it because I'm busy like 24/7. Like, it's 7:45 in the morning right now, and I'm filming this before I start work at 9 o'clock. So, I don't know how people have the time. But anyways, sorry, words. I think that it's best to just kill people with kindness and continue to support Josh and just promote him and get more people interested in his music and SB19 in general is what I was trying to say. But I do see that stuff online, and I do see the nasty things that people say. And it's just, uh, I don't see the point of engagement because you're you're not gonna change their mind, you know what I mean? Like, especially whenever they're hating on him as a person and not his music. Like, if you don't care for the music, that's fine, but, like, don't hate on the artist themselves. They're still a person, they still have feelings, like, it just I don't know, it just makes me mad. Like, But anyways, I just wanted to say I do see that stuff, and I don't care what anybody says. I was jamming to Get Right. Like, that's a twerkable song. It's very, I don't know. I just, for hip hop, you know, and I don't listen to hip hop all that often, to be honest with you. I'm more of like a rock girly. But for a hip hop song, I thought it was really good. Like, I don't know. I just, the beat was really addictive. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just thought it was a really good song. But you know, just because it's not what they expected out of a hip hop song, so it didn't deserve a win. I don't know, very interesting. Um, but anyway, sorry. I just need you guys to know that I do see that stuff and I am on your side. Even if I don't like make an issue about it online, I do see that stuff and I will give my thoughts and opinions. But anyways, sorry. Moving on to Josh's 1999 Wish Bus. So let's move on to some positive things and, you know, the fact that the Wish Bus performance is out and we're excited for fun content to be released in the near future. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just know that it's things have been teased. So I'm excited for it. But anyways, let's watch the Wish Bus performance. Sorry guys, I know I talk a lot. I feel like it's one of those things where like I could ignore the hate, but I don't want to ignore BBQ and 18 and their feelings because I think your feelings are valid. You know what I mean? And I also will never like say anything to the ones who do go online and kind of raise their flag and like start, you know, defending because I get it. I get it. Like it's really hard not to. It's really hard not to respond and be like, fuck you. Like I get it. I understand it. But I would rather ignore the hate and just focus on enjoying the group and promoting them in my own way, you know what I mean? But everyone has different ways of dealing with things, you know, and that's fine too. So, anyways, moving on to sorry, I think I should move this way a little bit. Moving on to 1999 Wish Bus.
Wish 1075.
I got up in 1999 and
Oh, I keep forgetting to read the freaking okay. Dedicated to his childhood, the bio hit speaks of getting entrenched in the past. Okay. Sorry, I just like reading the little like snippets on the wish buses. Like, I think they're so fun to read. Don't look at me.
If I could travel back in time to just
Just
see
kidding.
you know I'll do. Bakit ba gusto mo gawin ng malay? Pati na rin sayang tinataglay. Kung pwede iligtas lang ang isang musmos labi.
I was mostly excited for the arrangement.
Kinakagat ang dila hanggang mawala ang sakit na tulad ng realidad.
I'm with this guy over here on the left.
And I can't change. Kinakagat ang dila hanggang mawala ang sakit na.
Pause. I cannot find a good like happy medium with the sound, guys. So like bear with me. I'm sorry. Hopefully it's not too loud. I don't know. I'm sorry. Like nothing will beat live instruments to me. I love the live instruments so much.
Fight it every every night. Mulong sa isip, di mawala. Couldn't get someone who helped me where am I? So I had to stay away. Bakit ba gusto mo gawin ng malay? Pati na rin sayang tinataglay. Kung pwede iligtas lang ng isang musmos labi. Kinakagat ang dila hanggang mawala ang sakit na dulot ng realidad. And I know I'm never healed, cause this world doesn't love me, and I can't change. Kinakagat ang dila hanggang mawala.
It's so good with the live instruments. Sorry, I'm just jamming.
And I know I'm never healed, cause this world doesn't love me, and I can't change that.
Josh is vibing.
I wanna know if you're listening. I wanna know if you're happy hating. I wanna know if you're listening. Even if I can't change that. Kinakagat ang dila hanggang mawala ang sakit na dulot ng realidad. And I know I'm never here, cause there's one doesn't.
His facial expressions are.
I can't change. Kinakagat.
He's so entertaining to watch. Ooh. Okay, Josh.
And I can't change that. I wanna know if you're happy. I wanna know if this one doesn't love me.
His facial expressions are. I love his facial expressions. That was amazing. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. That was amazing. His facial expressions were so on point. I have to say, I really loved having the live instruments. I don't know. Because I'm always like such a band person, like I grew up listening to bands, so like I don't know, just like the live instruments are always top tier to me. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments. I also think it was kind of perfect timing to like have this come out like right after everything that happened. Like alright, someone's one comment. As a former street kid too, I can relate too much. We do things that are not in the moral standard of others. I mean, to be fair, like, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I definitely get it. I don't know, like, I was actually talking about this with, my one 18 Agase friend. Like, we're both 18 and Agase, and we were just talking about, like, how much correlation there is between SB19 and GOT7, and it's really, really interesting, to be honest with you. Like just like, I don't know, GOT7 is a group that people just love to hate, you know what I mean? And I feel like SB19 is the same. Like, literally, they do nothing, but people still try to hate on them. Especially with GOT7 because they had so many hiatuses and then they, like, left a major group. Or not a major group, they left a major company. Just like how SB19, left their company and they had to fight for the copyright, GOT7 had to do the same exact thing. And because of that, a lot of people were saying like disbandment and they're not getting back together and we'll never see them make music again and blah blah blah. And Bam Bam is a bit like Josh with like the clapbacks. Like Bam Bam's chronically online, and anytime he sees like some certain tweets, like he'll respond sometimes, and and it just like I don't know, it just reminds me a bit of Josh, like, just, like, responding to the hate. But also, it also kinda adds fuel to the fire at the same time. So, that's why sometimes I think it's best to just, like, walk away. Because when you just add fuel to the fire, you just continue you just continue the drama and you just continue the hate train, you know what I mean? Like, because then, you know, it'll just backfire and they'll use that against you, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like you're 30 online, like responding to hate tweets about you, like get a life. And like, people just always have something to fucking say. Shut the fuck up. You obviously never learned the lesson that sometimes it's better to not say anything. Not you guys or Josh. I'm talking about haters. Sorry. I should be more clear. Anyways, I enjoyed listening to 1999 with like a band. I will, by the way, I do have like a list of like live performances of all of the songs that I've reacted to of Josh's. I was gonna backtrack and get to that, but I really wanted to get to Pablo's stuff first. So I'm gonna hop into Pablo, like probably literally right after I finish this. So I'm gonna hop into Pablo and then I'll try to backtrack, get to live performances of Josh's songs. So don't worry, I will be getting to live performances. I promise. Okay, anyways, let's move on to his vlog, Finding What's Hidden, episode 1. In this first episode, I'm diving into my past to find what's been missing all along. 1999 was the turning point. Join me as I uncover the pieces I've been searching for. The journey starts here. Let's see what we find. Interesting. I'm very interested. Hello? Is he wearing a Pirates jersey? Now that I say that, somebody did tell me he wore a Pirates jersey in this video, and I forgot. I forgot about that. Y'all, I did not plan this. I promise you, I did not plan this. Now I look like a weird Now I look like a weirdo who tried to match with him or something. I need to go change. I need to change. Yeah. I'm sorry, that's hilarious. I remember somebody did tell me that he wore a Pirates jersey because they know that I'm from Pittsburgh. But I totally left my mind. I feel awkward now. Like I feel like it seems like I purposefully wore this to match with anyways, moving on. Now I feel awkward.
Grabe. Sarap uminom ng tubig.
Grabe.
Ang sarap ng
It's
malamig.
so what? It's so good to drink cold water.
Uminom ng tubig. Ang
I'll
sarap ng
I'll just
malamig
have my coffee,
na malamig
thanks.
na tubig. Pero ano pa yung mga bagay na ang sarap i-experience? Ang sarap kumain ng masarap
I think this is an interesting way to start out the video.
pagkain. Ang sarap magpahinga, ang sarap matulog ng mahaba, ang sarap mabuhay. Pero,
It feels good to what? Sorry.
haba, ang sarap mabuhay.
To be alive.
Pero,
That's
I have
good.
a question. Masarap nga ba talagang mabuhay?
I mean, yeah, of course. Ask yourself, there's something missing. Yeah, for sure.
Do
Absolutely.
you ever ask yourself na parang may kulang? You're doing your thing, pero parang may something na hindi mo pa rin makita, hindi mo pa rin maintindihan. Well, ito rin yung time para i-open ko sa inyo yung mga bagay na to, especially for those people who doesn't know about my past and why I wrote the song 1999.
Hello? Keep hitting my mic.
Music video shoot for 1999.
Behind the scenes?
Which part? Just B-rolls. Okay.
I can't with those shoes, bro. I cannot with those shoes.
Doon ka sa likod.
ano mo ako yan? Turo. I wanna know if you stay, even if I can't change that.
Growing up, I didn't get to experience a lot of things that kids usually do. I was always comparing myself to the other kids. Bakit ganun? Bakit hindi ko nararanasan na maging normal na bata? Bakit sa murang edad, ganito na yung pinoproblema ko? And at
Mhm.
the same time, parang sanay na sanay ka na sa bad situations. Na kapag may mga magaganda nangyayari, napapatanong ka na or nag-worry ka na. Yung parang, wait, there's something wrong. Bakit? Bakit masaya? Bakit ganito? Bakit normal? Kasi I was always expecting for the worst case scenarios.
Bakit ba gusto agawin ng malay? Pati na rin sayang tinataglay. Kung pwede iligtas lang ang isang musmus labi.
Na-abuse kami agad nung bata pa lang kami. And that was not all. Mas marami pa ako naging problems at mas marami pa ako naging traumas. Siguro mas marami pang nag-take advantage sa amin. Pero that's too personal and pinipili kong wag na lang i-open up lahat. It was hard. It was hard for me. It was hard for my family. It was hard for my sister. Siguro dala-dala ko pa rin lahat hanggang ngayon. Sa murang edad, lagi na ako nag-pray or nagtatanong bakit ako yung napunta dito sa situation na to. I didn't finish school. Hanggang grade 3 lang ako. It hit my confidence big time. Yung I'd watch other kids graduate, planning their future. I was left behind. Lagi kang mapapatanong kung saan ba ako talaga
Guys,
papunta.
I gotta
Patutungo ba
pause. I gotta
ako?
pause.
Ito
I
na
gotta
ba
pause.
talaga?
I gotta pause. I can't. Stop. I didn't expect it to get this emotional. No. Don't do it. Uh, it just like hearing his story just makes me think about all of the things that I've taken for granted, you know what I mean? Like I feel so blessed that I was like given a decent education and I didn't have to worry about it, you know? Like I went to a really good Catholic school like my whole life. Like I don't know. And even though I have Catholic school trauma, like 100%, I've talked about this before, my Catholic school trauma, like it was still a better education than most people would receive. You know what I mean? And I just like I'm thankful for that even if it did come with the trauma. But I it like frustrates me at the same time that he has no confidence in his intelligence just because he didn't make it past 3rd grade. Like I know a lot of really intelligent people who do not have a higher education. Like my mom being one of them. I don't know if I've talked about this before. I think I have. I think I have mentioned this. My me and my siblings and you know, some of my cousins, we're the only ones in our family that have a higher education. Like most of my family did not go past high school. My mom barely even made it through high school. She almost failed out. And my dad eventually later got his associate's degree, but it was like later on in life after like all of us kids were born. So I don't come from a family that is extremely educated. You know what I mean? Like I come from a very humble family that had to struggle a lot, you know, like they were I don't know if you have this in the Philippines at all, but my mom grew up in what we call like a patch here. So it's basically like a community kind not too dissimilar from a trailer park, but not really. There's still houses, but it's a very like poor neighborhood, you know what I mean? Like it's yeah. So my mom has always told me stories of like how she would always get ridiculed at school and stuff because she was from the patch, and that was, like, where the poor people lived, and, they didn't have a lot and all that stuff, so and my mom also, like, really gets down on herself sometimes about her education and, like, how she barely made it through high school. But to me, my mom is one of the smartest people that I know. Like, I think my mom is so intelligent. If I have something going on or if I have, like, a problem or an issue, my mom is always the first person that I go to. You know what I mean? Like, even though my mom isn't smart book-wise, she's not book smart, she's very street smart. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to advice about life, when it comes to, you know, I don't know, stuff about, like, surviving, you know what I mean? Like, my mom is so smart with that stuff, and she's always the one that I go to. So just because you don't have an education does not mean that you're not smart, and honestly, sometimes I think street smarts is way more important than book smarts, because you know how to survive. If something happens, you know how to make it, you know what I mean, to get through it. Book smart people, not necessarily. You know what I mean? Like, I if something crazy were to happen, I don't think they'd make it. I'm, like, in between. I, like, have decent street smarts and I have decent book smarts. It's like, I don't know, I'm in between that, but I don't know if that's good or bad, to be honest with you. You guys decide, but it just frustrates me that he gets down on himself for not having, finished school past 3rd grade. Like, I think Josh is so intelligent. I mean, just listen to the way that he speaks. Listen to the life advice that he gives. Like, that's intelligence. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I just wish he didn't get so down on himself about it, because I think he has a lot of life experience and things that he unfortunately had to learn way too early in life, but it's helped him become the person that he is today. You know what I mean? And he's a year older than me, but I feel like he's lived, like, way more life than I have. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Like, he's just that experienced, and that he's just gone through so much that, like, I feel like he's actually way older than me, but he's, like, I don't know, like, experience-wise, I feel like he's older than me. Looks-wise, I think he's younger than me.
Grade 3 lang
But
ako.
anyways,
It hit my confidence
I
big
just wish he
time.
didn't get so down on
I
himself
watched
about it.
other kids graduate, planning their future. I was left behind. Lagi kang mapapatanong kung saan ba ako talaga papunta. Patapon na ba ako? Ito na ba talaga
No.
yung tadhana ko? Mapapaisip ko, bakit ganun? Yung iba parang the world was designed to be the perfect world for them. Pero yung akin, sobrang habang quest. Ganun ko masasabi. Nainggit ako. Yung feeling na, why wasn't I part of that world? I wasn't the smartest kid. Pero one thing's for sure, I wasn't gonna let anyone walk all over me. I've always fought for myself. And not just for me, but for my family, for my sister especially. I was just trying to feel like, diba, I mattered. We mattered. Hello everyone, we're here at Causeway Bay ngayon. And marami pa rin tao kahit late na, pero mag-shoot tayo. Sigil na maraming tao dito sa Causeway Bay. It's gonna be pretty tough kasi nakatok na ako. Pero nagsisimula pa lang ang gabi namin.
Aww. They literally spent, like, all day filming.
Daming kong away na
I'm telling you right now, I could never film a video like that in public like that. I'd be way too embarrassed to do that.
Salihan talaga. Ayun na, dami kong away na experience. Makikita ko na lang yung sarili ko. Putok yung ilong talaga, gano'n, nagdudugo, nababangasan kung saan, sa muka, sa tenga. I'm gonna be proud and say it was all worth it, especially during those times. Kasi wala namang magtatanggol sa akin.
I feel that though.
Sarili ko lang. When people tries to judge me, especially now, kung paano ako magsalita, yung humor ko, paano ako nakikipag-interact with people, paano ako nakikipagbiruan. To be honest, I respect all your opinions, pero always try to have some room or to have a benefit of the doubt for the people you are judging. Kasi hindi mo naman alam yung mga pinagdaanan yan.
That's
If
facts.
only I could travel back in time, liligtas ko yung batang ako.
He's so precious.
If I could travel
Stop.
back in time to just see you, you know I'll do.
Pero wala eh. Kahit ano pang gawin ko, hindi ko na mababalikan yun. Kaya kailangan mag-focus tayo kung anong meron tayo ngayon. I realized that I can't be the only one who feels like this. Yung parang kahit anong gawin mo, ang dami pa rin katanungan. Pero maybe it is not about looking back. Maybe it's about moving forward. Maybe it's about trying to ask these questions na kinakatakutan mong itanong. And malay natin, di ba? Lahat ng pieces magsama-sama and fit together. Ako yung tipo ng tao na laging naghahanap ng sagot sa mga tanong ko. Minsan parang hindi lahat ng bagay
I was just gonna say that.
kailangan masagot agad-agad. Yung ibang bagay, they'd reveal themselves when you're ready to see them.
I think that's something that I struggle with, though. Even though I say like sometimes there isn't an answer or sometimes we have to wait for the answer, I say that, but I'm also a very impatient person and I hate waiting for the answer.
Well, maybe, just maybe, it's time to take a step forward. I don't have all the answers yet. Pero ang tanong, what am I really looking for? Maybe it's not about finding the missing piece right now. Maybe it's about seeing things in a new way and letting the pieces fall into place.
I like that
This is the start.
mentality.
And I can already feel that something's about to click.
You guys saved me. Kayo pala yung araw-araw ko pinipray kay God.
I've spent a lot of time wondering why certain things in my life never seem to fit. Yung mga moments na nagkulang, mga tanong na hindi ko nasagot. And now, I think I'm starting to understand that maybe I've been looking for something bigger this whole time. So, I've decided to do something about it. I'm not just gonna keep this journey to myself anymore. Diba I told you guys na I'm letting you in my life? Hindi lang siya basta letting you in my life. But I'm planning to reveal something in the near future that connects with these episodes. I'm gonna be releasing a mini-series that has officially started with this episode. And I want you guys to stay tuned at tulungan niyo akong alamin at hanapin kung ano ang final missing piece
Interesting.
na hinahanap ko. Maraming salamat sa inyong time. Again, this is Josh Cullen. And I just want to say that the missing piece maybe isn't what you think it is. I'll see you in the next one.
What does that
Keep
mean?
watching. Bye.
Okay, Josh. Now it got me super curious. The sun? I don't think I'm gonna guess it. I definitely don't think I'm gonna guess it. I'll try my best. I don't know, man. I know you guys are gonna be up in the comments with your theories and stuff, and I'm just gonna be completely lost, and it's totally fine. I don't know, though. I don't know. What's the missing piece? And why the solar system? I mean, everything revolves around the sun. But why was the sun missing? Interesting. Now I have questions. He's like really been pushing people to join Limbo too. I'm wondering if there's like things he's planning in Limbo or something. Oh, I didn't know he had a dream to become a doctor. Oh no, maybe that was mentioned in an interview or something. Someone specifically was talking about the hardships of kids from the 90s. I totally agree. I mean, when you really think about it, like we went through a lot, dude. Someone in the comments was talking about you know how kids in the 90s were like beat and stuff. And I was like, I know. I'm a 90s kid. I know. Like I probably again, like I probably didn't get it as bad as like other people did, but for sure I've gotten the belt and you know the wooden paddle you know, on occasion when I was younger. Not a lot, but I have experienced it. But yeah, I no wonder 90s kids have so many fucking problems. And I think, you know, like, I don't know, we just grew up with a lot happening too. I mean, we went through like a major economic what's the word I want to use? I can't think of the word that I want to use. Economic depression? Is that what I want to say? And here in the US in particular, we went through 9/11, which was like crazy. I still remember that happening. I was in first first grade, I think, when that happened. I don't know. I just feel like events just continue to get like crazier and crazier though, for real. It also became a lot more necessary for both parents to work full time. So, you know, I spent a lot of time with my grandparents or my aunt would take care of us. So, and for a while, my parents worked like off, like to make things work, they did like off shifts. So, like, my dad would work during the day and my mom would be home. And then my dad would come home from work. They would have like an hour or so to see each other. And then my mom went off to work and she worked into the evening shift. And then she would come home and sleep, and yeah, they, like, barely for a while, they, like, barely saw each other because they worked opposite shifts, but that's what they had to do to survive, you know what I mean? And to make sure that we were taken care of. So, I totally yeah. I don't know, I'm very curious, like, what is the missing piece? I'm gonna have to now I have to keep up with this. I can't, like when he posts the next one, I gotta keep up with it because now I need to know. Now I'm curious about what the missing piece is. Alright, guys. That is it for me. Again, I'm still cracking up over that. This was, like, the first thing that when I pulled my drawer open was, like, on the top, so I just grabbed it. Pirates represent. Pittsburgh represent. Y'all, yins. I actually don't use the word yins, to be honest with you. I say y'all way more often. But anyways, I enjoyed listening to 1999 like on the Wish bus with, you know, the band and stuff. Definitely excited to get to live performances of all his songs, you know, later down the line. Again, his vlogs, I'm definitely enjoying watching. It's so real and raw and vulnerable, which I feel like is very rare to see, you know what I mean? But it's nice to connect with him on a deeper level, you know what I mean? Um, I just have a lot of respect for Josh, and I think he's a very intelligent person, like 100%. I hope he doesn't keep getting down on himself, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's a lot of qualities in Josh that are very good, and it's frustrating to see him so down on himself, you know what I mean? I hope he start seeing things more positively and you know that he does deserve like all the love and the appreciation and respect and you know stuff like that. But anyways, all right guys, that is it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed yet another reaction to Josh. And other than that, I hope you guys stay safe, stay healthy, be yourselves, and have a good day. Bye, guys.